So we're gonna do again task-focused drills. You can call them games. You can have a task-focused drills. And we try to, first couple of drills, or first drill would be make you aware of the problem and try to find your own solutions. Your own always sounds like a new age stuff, you know, you find your own way. It's kind of like within Jiu-Jitsu you will find it. It's like there's some handwriting here and there, but that it's not like completely different usually. But Jiu-Jitsu is, but in that sense, your own way. Then I will show you what I want to show you. So first I have to make you aware of the problem. I can't teach you anything before you actually, there's a base that you have questions. And then I can teach. If I would do another way, then you wouldn't be aware of the problem, and then you wouldn't have actually motivation to actually study anything. So, and you would also, hopefully you would lose, yeah, during the first couple of drills. And then you have our questions, and then we can teach, yeah. So I will give you a situation, and then we'll start. So I use you, two of you. Bring it close, yeah. So one of you takes seat belt and one hook in, and the underhook will be up. So seat belt, you can towards the camera, underhook up. So seat belt and put the hook in, and fold to this side, my side, okay? So that's really common, yeah, situation, happens from different back takes. So first drill, I will tell you when to change is, attacker, your job is to try to choke, or put the second hook in, okay? Don't take it too seriously, because obviously you can neck crank and do stuff. Think about again in a mindset of warm up, not a war up. So it's like not neck cranking and stuff. Try to go under the jaw, try to expose the problems, yeah? And if you, let's say, win, you let them correct something in their structure and try it again. If you win again, hook in, let them correct something, and then let's play again. Okay? So every time you win and lose, the defender tries to correct something within his understanding. The point is not to escape. The point is to stay here forever. Yeah? Not let them choke you, and not let the hook in. Yeah? So that's the kind of the goal. And you're meant to lose, so enjoy it. Don't take it too serious, like go to red, you know. No, just see what happens. And what do I do? How do I solve the problem, you know? And that sets up the base. I will tell you when to change. You can take one side, you don't have to go left and right. Okay? Important one is underhook is up and the bottom hook is in. Okay? And that's how you start. So, pair up, 2 minutes. I will tell you when to change. Thank you. I saw multiple solutions. By the way, I'm deliberately not showing anything myself. Yeah? So that's like deliberate. It's not like it's like random. It's like deliberately. I don't want to influence you, actually. So okay, fold there. So there was a couple of things. Some people wanted to go like towards the knee, like a belly down direction. Go to belly down more. Yeah, went more there. Yeah, and some of you turned your back towards the mat. Turn your back towards the mat. Yeah, some of you went that direction. Okay, so both them are good. Depends how loose is the seatbelt, actually, what you can do. Like one leads to top more, yeah, one, this leads more to the bottom positions and stuff, okay? Anyway, so take the seatbelt now. My seatbelt. So we will funnel ourselves more to the belly down direction, because then attacker loses more. Because there's, let's say, you can fight better for top. Okay, so both are there, but we will, right now, this class, 1 hour constraint, we have that option. So turn more there. So I will ask defender, go to the highest tripod right now. Yeah, go back. But you keep the seatbelt, yeah? Don't let him turn. So this is, you can let him move up lower body, but keep that. So try to find, in that solution, try to find the highest tripod. How would you lift your hips? Go. No. Let him lift the hips. Don't worry about it. Let him lift the hips. So go to highest tripod. Okay? So that is the highest tripod, let's say, when the seatbelt is really tight. Yeah? Because you're keeping the underhook, that's the whole point. Keep the underhook even, yeah? So that's the whole point, that the shoulder can't move. So then this kind of tripod emerges, yeah? That's the highest one you can get. You can have this knee on a mat or this knee also up. Usually if your torque is enough, you can't put this knee on a mat because they're pulling your shoulder back, yeah? It's enough torque in your body that this kind of stretches too much sometimes. You have to like move. If you pull really, see, if you really keep the chest to the back, this will not go to the back. So attacker, do a good job, yeah? Don't let them belly down. Keep the upper body, pull. Keep the upper body connection, see? And that's enough, lift your hips, lift your hips. Lift your hips, just go, yeah. Be there, relax, yes. And now that's the fight I wanna have. So you will keep the upper body. You will get the highest tripod. You will let him, but not from upper body. And then you fight from there again, okay? And so see what happens after that. So your goal actually is now also keep the top hook out, defend the choke. And a side quest, if you have time and level, try to get the bottom hook out. Okay, you don't have to escape the seatbelt. So, main thing is keep the hook out, top hook out, and avoid the obviously choke, defend the choke. If you can, yeah, if there's a room in your brain and there's like a awareness is there, try to also get the bottom hook out. Obviously for an attacker, wait. Obviously for attacker, keep the position, get the hook in, try the choke, and keep the bottom hook in, yeah? Those are the games. But I really want that the bottom person, the defender, gets a nice invert. Okay? So let them do it and then fix and then off you go. Okay? So I give you 2 minutes. I will tell you when to change. It's interesting what you guys pick always. And I've taught this class a couple of times, and I want to kind of do it all kinds of differently all the time. I want to make something emerge, and it's interesting what you choose. And now I'll give you a couple of choices. What choices you actually have there. So I use you guys. Yeah. So now let's point something out. Come to the middle. So we're getting there. We have a nice. This is how you're. This is solving problems. Go hooks, whichever side you had, and turn here. Turn over here. Go tripod. Go. Yeah. So important part is like wait. Yeah. Good turn. Toes on the mat. Yeah. Don't force this knee on the mat. If this knee can't touch the mat, that means upper body control is shit. Okay? They already turned their chest and everything else. So fix that. If you pull this shoulder back. This knee is always up. So that's a good indication for you. If you can actually turtle both knees on a mat, their control is bad at the moment for this. Okay? So you have to have a good seatbelt, chest to back, let's say literally. Yeah? And so that's the whole point. You can have actually knee on a mat as a post. Some people try to lift the knee. Lift the knee. But it's harder to have a balance. Okay? So knee on the mat, toes on the mat, totally fine. But the indicator is usually this is up. Yeah? Also, some of you also play this up. Right? Lift the knee up. Because it helps to defend the hook a bit. But for a balance, seems that like as a range. Yeah? As a toe, we can move around, shrink towards opponent, and then you can lift to protect. So, they do the go-to structure. Stop. Yeah? The problem seems to be the head at the moment. Yeah? So don't do anything. Let go, and choke. See? The problem is that. Okay? So it's kind of like a pseudo problem actually, because I do this, I bait people myself a little bit to get this and then I escape. So, but I don't want to teach you that. So it's kind of like a higher level, yeah? So whatever that means. But I want you to what I want with this good seatbelt, I want you to be able to stretch the seatbelt. So I'm trying different cues to you to understand because that's the third one I use. I don't know if it works. Maybe in another class I use the fourth one. I want really their seatbelt to be as wide as possible. Because if their seatbelt is narrow as possible, this happens, yeah? So that the choke is really right away on, understand? So your job here actually is to try to widen the seatbelt as much as possible. So when we get to the invert, so my prescriptive idea would be, keep this away. See what you mean? Understand? It's an invert move. If this shoulder is really behind, this becomes an invert. Understand? Like a guard retention invert move. And now their seatbelt is really wide. And it's hard to reach that shoulder. Understand? So we're looking for this one solution. Yeah? If the shoulder actually is open and they allowed us to turn like most of you had, you can go to turtle like you guys did. But their job is to actually control that because they want to maintain the back. Because that keeps also the hip closer for a hook. Okay? So figure out this. Figure out the control. let them invert, and your job is to try to widen the grip as much as possible. That means there has to be a separation here. And bottom arm seems to be main objective of bottom arm is defend the hook, the choking arm, and or mess with the hook. Yeah, depends where the hook is actually, but the main thing is protect the choke. Top arm's job is actually main thing is to keep the hook away. Okay, and then secondary, defend the choke. So some of you are trying to actually lift the hip and then didn't use the arm. This is perfect for keeping the hook out. Okay, main job, keep the hook out, help the choke. Main job, protect the choke and keep the hook out. Okay, so now let's do it again. Now we're more aware of what's happening. So fix really this so they can't go turtle at the moment. It's not a bad option, but with this you can't. So they will find that solution. That's kind of like a nice yoga pose, you know, kind of like a cross, yeah? So they're invert. Build the hip up. Yeah? No. Build the hips, just lift the hips, yes. Yeah? And toes on the mat. Yeah? See that? And then we fight from there. Okay? Try to find it. Help them to get that position, fix everything, and off you go. And I will say like this, you now switch on your own. Like, thank you. We do like 4 minutes. Switch every time somebody wins and loses. Okay? Let's go. So now, we could also isolate, do this drill without the choke, only the hooks, but then it's dangerous to stay there for long because it creates wrong movement patterns. Because without the choke, you start to move differently. And when you have a multi-problem, you have a hook and you have a choke, you try to organize around those problems. The answer, what you come up with, should solve them both. Okay? Otherwise, if you only do a choke, you can do something with the lower body, only hip. You can actually maybe spend a couple of minutes in the isolation, but you have to come out of that very soon because the tendency is to just get hooks, get really good, and then you have the choke, nothing works again. Yeah, so that's if you isolate, that's usually the problem. Yeah, you have to be aware of that, how much you isolate things. So what's good about this, the beginning is really complicated. Oh, wait, relax, yeah. So the beginning is very complicated because you're right away in a multi-problem situation. So usually it's very slow because your body tries to adapt to everything right away. And it takes a while to understand, yeah? What is the solution? But the problem always stays. So you get like, repetition to what is. We're not gonna fake it what is. What is just is. And now you just figure it out. And finally, also resistance. I haven't talked anything about resistance. Is it at 30%, 40%? Who knows? How do you measure it? Nobody knows. So the resistance always is. Whatever it is, yeah? And then you're adapting to the reality and to the real resistance that always is. But it never changes. You always know what to adapt to, and finally you're here. When you play with progressive resistance, 30%, it's the fake attacks also come in because it's 30%, and you adapt to that, and then you go 60. Things change actually, yeah? Then you adapt it to something else that might be even different. So the problem with this is when you train like this, yeah? It's like, it's hard in the beginning, but you're always getting actually better. And finally reach this, and then you just go up, then it's easier, okay? So I don't give you like a fake beginnings at the moment. So do it again. So seatbelt, go. Go, invert, yes. So what I also feel like a lot of you guys are programmed to protect your neck so much that that kind of throws a wrench into the jiu-jitsu a little bit, because you should not defend your neck so much actually in jiu-jitsu. With your arms. Your body should protect, and then your arms should add some value to that, okay? So this is actually quite dangerous to use for me, because that arm should protect the hook. And if your body is in a good angle, everything, you will have an easier time defending the choke. If your body is wrong, in the wrong position in that sense, yeah? Wrong is like, relative in that sense. So then you would have to use your arm, and there's no defense against the hook so much. And then you lose, okay? So the body has to come first. What is the body structure? And then what's the arm structure? And you try to find it. So, and also, turn a little bit. Turn. The camera can also see. I would actually suggest the wrist or fingers. Grab the fingers, yeah? Knuckles, whatever. It's better lever, understand, yeah? And the more you stretch out the seat belt, the less, see, it's harder to reach that shoulder here. That's usually when palmar rear naked choke happens. As soon as you're straight body, go straight body, lower your hips. See what happens? There's right away and then hooks coming. Yeah, everything is there. So one solution right now, go to invert, yeah. Get up, and you can think about tucking your head under your butt. So it's fully like a guard retention invert move. Yeah, this is like too much even. I think you can pull it off. You don't have to have that much actually. And that's the solution, okay? So now do it to me. So, so I cannot invert like this. So, this is actually already enough. Yeah, so, wait. So the goal is, he has to reach the shoulder. Then everything works. So that's the point, the face, and then you have arms. Then you fight this. Let's fight. So you don't have to actually have that crazy invert. It helps, but optimal is lower. That's kind of like the invert beginning motion. When you do guard retention and stuff, that's how you stay. So let's do it again. Try to find optimal body like a structure. Then use as little arm as possible. That's the cue would be. Try to find a body solves more, and then the arms had a little bit, Try to stretch the seat belt. Think about that, and then let's fight. If it's too easy for him, you can constrain yourself and maybe just go like, do this, grab the shoulder, and let them fix it. Try it again. So constrain, make it hard. If you always win, that's also boring. So kind of like, do this, maybe they fix it, then go again, maybe you win, then you change. But constrain yourself, okay? So then your goal kind of comes out because you want to stretch body, yeah? Then everything works for you. And then you want that turtling that you guys came up with first. Awesome. But that means that I have to get more shoulder back. If they really actually has a really good shoulder control, then I can't turn. Yeah, so then in the future, you know that if somebody has a shittier seatbelt, do your option, yeah? And seems like if somebody has a very good seatbelt, you can't go that way. Then you go invert. So we're in a intersection, sorry. Yeah, both can be there. So, and usually when I do like a more, beginner class, whatever, then your seatbelts are not that good. And that's why the turtling option comes out more. You let people more go, the shoulder turns, and you find out more turtling. As soon as you go, no, I want to keep chest to back. That means chest is here, and then the solution is the invert. And that's what beginners are not good at first. Because the invert solution is a little bit harder. Playing guard, inverts, you have to have your game, and then you have to, now we have a reason to do it. So that's why it takes also longer, okay? So that's it. So the new partner maybe, 4 minutes again. If it's too, again, defender, if it's too easy, constrain yourself, make it harder, play more with chokes, let them almost choke you and then get away. So always constrain if you have an unbalanced equation a little bit. You're better, or their attacker is better or the defender is better. Go to tripod, fix everything, go to the correct position, with a good seatbelt, and then let's go, okay? So attacker also helps them to go to a structure, and then you go from there. Yeah, 4 minutes, and every time somebody wins and loses, you change. Top and bottom. Let's go. So, he's the proof now that also old people can do it. No, not that side. Change the seatbelt. Wait. Change the seatbelt. Go. Just take the structure, yeah? Stop, yeah? That's it. This is actually this is optimal. I would say if you can put hip up more, you win more, but then try to constrain yourself, find optimal. Find where you can't, find where you're already to lose too much. Yeah, because other way, if you used to this, hip high, and then get this, you freak out a bit. But actually optimal is this. So stay here, yeah? Don't lift the hips anymore. Grab the wrist, and let's fight. Oh, yeah, good. See the head right away, go, Arsen. Yeah. So, and you see that the shoulder is in a way. Wait, don't move. It's very, very hard to reach that shoulder for a chokes and stuff. And then the arm helps, you know, the body does the work, but arm helps. In my world, the language is walking. Yeah, we want that shape. Yeah, so that shape appears actually again. So I'm very obsessed by the shapes, and but I cannot teach you that shape because it doesn't have value for you like in a vacuum. But if this happens, I can teach you the shape because I have to teach you the invert. Yeah, this is fundamental move for jiu-jitsu. Okay, so but it doesn't mean like you have to have crazy flexibility like some, yeah, hip up. Then some people, oh, I can't do that. You know, I'm not that flexible. This is not flexible. I'm not talking to him, but this position, it's not like end of the world. You see that, yeah, it's not, I can, yes, you can. Okay? If you have more limitations, I guess the other movement options are there, but this is not crazy flexibility to demand from somebody, okay? So most people can play it. Again, hooks is away, arm is protecting. Summary what happened, I just will show you. Move the underhook, and you went towards that arm. You know what happens when you lose underhook? Yeah, that happens. So you have to experience that also because you're trying to sort of like finish the game with different solutions, you know? So now, thank you, very, very awesome. Now I let you do both. So, because I pushed you because the turtling came for you naturally. So I didn't want to stay there too much, okay? So there's a plan actually in this chaos. So because I put you through that beginning of the drill, I was like, what dominates? If you guys would have done more inverts, I would push you towards the turtle more. Most of you guys did more like turtle. That was natural for you, yeah? Kind of like losing the underhooks and stuff. Now I spend more time on that inversion, you know, controlling the shoulders and stuff, adding that. And now I let you do both. Yeah, so now we adapted some skill. I don't think it's the level of the turtling. The invert is still more uncomfortable for you, I think. But it's like up there a little bit. So now you can solve a problem with both. Yeah, so have a good seatbelt. Attacker, let them have some structure, you know, and then you can turtle if you want. You can invert if you want. And then obviously protect the top hook, get bottom hook out. Yeah, how do you do it? I don't really care. The next drill I will show you. We're not being care, just you have limited tools to do that, I guess, but figure it out. So don't mind losing. If you lose, understand why you lost. If you go to red and you lose, you go like, I don't know what to fix. That means you weren't present. Understand why you lose. Oh, your hip wasn't high. Oh, they stretched me out. Oh, they did this to this, they trapped my arm. Oh, next time I do it better. So try to be aware why you lose and then lose better. Okay, so not like, I can't do anything, it's impossible, okay? Then you're not coachable, you weed yourself out, and I cannot not do anything. You're not here yet, okay? You're in your head, so I can't teach or coach, okay? So think about that, and then, yeah, so have a good position. I guess you can let them have more shoulder freedom or not, but I would say just start with good seat belt, good underhook control, and when they maybe get to the turtle, they, you know, get this shoulder away more, maybe turtle happens, okay? Also, the hooks and a choke, yeah? Both attacks all the time. And be nice with the choke, yeah? So, new partner, let's do it again, 4 minutes. Wait, I will. First of all, you can't talk. There's nothing to talk about, okay? There isn't. You have to train, solve problems, attacker, solve problem, defender, solve problem. You have to know when the game stops. That is your responsibility. If you're not doing, you're not present. And I might also walk past you a little bit. I will just wait for you until you feel like, when do we end and stuff? You have that question. You should know, double hooks or a choke. You should know, even if they don't, you go like double hooks, you know, reset or something. You have to know what is your job. What are the rules when this ends? This one way also is like, I let it do it. And then you just go like 5 minutes holding hooks and choking, and then you go like, I don't know when to change. I just told you. So be responsible, be accountable, yeah? Know the rules, and no talking, solve problems, you and your opponent. Okay, let's go. Every time you win and lose, you train. I don't know if it's my perception or whatever. Are you guys pulling it off better? I feel it's actually better now. Do you feel it? It's a half an hour was like, yeah. But now I feel like, you feel it's like, first it's like chaos. You go like, shit, it's multi-problem. I don't know. And then your body kind of, with nudging here and there, weirdly finds a way. And this is how I'd run a class actually. This would be in my jiu-jitsu class in my gym. I wouldn't teach techniques. Techniques is, it's like a scam a little bit to say techniques, but this is a technique. So that's how we show a technique. I would not teach you specifics. Yeah, because there's no point. And then you will find so many details right now you guys did. And how the class would go next, say, I use you guys, come. Then how do you know what's next, Priit? Yeah? And then what happens is this, I see what happens. And then I manage the class. So what happens is those guys did this. So try to go to your knees, and now you pull him back, yeah? So go. Protect the hook. Go. Protect the hook. Go, no, let's play. No, let's play first. Protect the hook and pull him back, yeah? Going back, pull him back. He wants to go there. See, that happened. Thank you. He was actually so stubborn to go that way. So I go like, you can actually go there. So, and because that has limitation. They reached limitation point of that direction. Now go like, and some of you also realize that. You can't go there. You go like, now. And now, because other way, how do we know what sweep comes next, as a guard? You teach card sequence. You teach 5 sweeps. How do you know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is that what you have to teach? Maybe it's 1, 3, 2, 4, 5. But this way I do this, I go like, I don't know what escape to do next. So I'm like, that happens. Like most of you feel like they're pulling you back now more. They're not letting you go. And you're like, let's talk about that. And that creates some other stuff. And you go like, let's talk about that. So I'm addressing the group. I don't teach what I want to teach. I want to what you guys have problem with and what comes naturally for you and how your mind works, and then I talk about it. Awesome. So you guys come in the middle, please. They had really nice, cool things. And this is also, by the way, I can do this, but with this constraint-led method, you guys do so much good shit. That's why I'm bringing guys in like, you just look at that, because you are doing stuff, not like me showing I can do it. There's actually evidence you pulling it off. Switch, actually, I want you to show. Well, you to play. So, take the position, seatbelt, hooks in, and go to your invert. And let's play. So, couple hooks. Okay. Do it again. See, that is actually what could happen in a fight. You understand that? This is not like back. Do it again. Do like a less hip height. Wait, lower hip a bit so it's less successful. A little bit. Bring the knee in. Let's fight from there. Go. Go. Protect the hook, the choke. See the hook. Go. Go. Protect the hook. Yeah. You let go too early, I think. She done? Right. No? No. So, anyway, thank you. See? But that's the real thing. This could be easily go like, this could be a fight. You could easily see this is in a fighting situation. It's not like technique in a vacuum, And then we get, experience like this. So that's the awesome part of teaching like this. And this is right away, there's no like, 30%, And then everybody can play. And this is awesome. Then you play it again. And that's how you become a good back attacker. Because you're dealing with the right defense right away. Imagine being a good back attacker and not knowing how the defense goes. Now you have to adapt. Yeah, figure out how to kill the hips and stuff, and then you become a good back attacker because the defense is always real. And we can rig the game towards defender, we can rig the game towards attacker more. Okay, which skills we want to develop. I want to develop defensive skills, so I'll give you a heads up more. Okay, and then we, understand what I mean. So, 52, good. So, last drill, I guess. We have 5 minutes. So, bottom person, either direction, turtle, either direction or invert, choke, double hooks, and also feel what happens, If something else tends to, like you guys did, take it, yeah? So we'll see like more freedom in the end, because it's the last drill anyway. So we'll see what kind of, what kind of connection you can make on your own and what to put there. Okay? So first thing is always survival. Be calm, be present, and see what's going on, and then you pick. You don't have to escape. You have to just, not take the back taken and not get choked. And then you see what's going on. Okay? So, a new partner again. Let's do last drill. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So, very often people mistake this ecological way of teaching. I like to call it constraint-led approach or method. Oh, this is just positional sparring. Because in a way it is, but then positional sparring is very vague. So why this? Maybe there's a dead drills. I guess there's a task focused drills. So I would call them still it's in a way of positional sparring, but with very specific tasks you want to get good at. Otherwise, positional sparring is pass the guard, Side control, submit, another guy escapes. So that is mostly what they mean by positional sparring. But what is the skill you develop in there? There's no skill, basically, yeah? Because I have to, keep you on top and then, submit you and you try to escape. It's not very specific skill you're trying to get better at this. So here, we can also go more specific skills, but skill was to find structure, to deal with the top hook. How is this not getting in? How my body has to be, so I will be more aware of this hook. So we're training specific awarenesses and specific skills, and that's what they call them task-focused drills. Yeah. So it's not about you have to clearly escape whatever. So this is you have to achieve that thing. We isolate that skill, and when we build it up. Obviously, we could add later, you have to also escape the seatbelt. Yeah? But that's another thing. We don't have to right now. So we had a specific skill actually to train. So anyway, so that's why it has to be more specific, what we're doing here. So what has to become better, and we can measure that. It's not like I just got out. And when you ask how, you don't know. We exactly know what happened right now. Why I lost, why I won, what was the goal. Yeah, what I trained, because some of you will take it up to positional sparring. Yeah, no, I'm just want to stay there, look for my stuff and just play with hooks, defend the choke and play with hooks. That's my job, that's the task. And then I see how I get out. That's not important. Okay, so also what you find also, I use you guys, come. What you're supposed to do. So, and also we'll finish up. What you later find, a couple of things I will just show you what you can do, because we don't have any more time. Go. Bottom hook can be taken out also with the leg or with the arm. So, a lot of you use this hook to stretch them out. Yeah? Then you use the hook against the hook. Wait, relax. Yeah? So use your hook against the hook, take the hook out. Yeah? So that's why this is very dangerous. This is taught, for an attacker. Use that hook to kill the base. As soon as you do this, your hook is vulnerable. You have to know that while teaching attacks. Yeah, it's not like you can just split second, I will go hunt your hooks. If you actually hide this hook, wait, and now go more invert. See, now grab, keep the knee down, grab his heel. Grab his heel with your arm. No, other arm. See, grab his heel, yes. No, heel, yes, pull the hook out. See? That's why the invert comes handy, because if you go actually invert, you can reach. So either they hide the hook or stretch the hook. You have weapons against them. And then you figure out you want to cross the hips. Cross the legs around the hips. Wait. Cross the legs around the hips. That's what you also teach. What's the solution? Push the hip, push the leg, go, hip up. This always kills it. Usually you teach that hip cramp as a good viable option for back control. It's very, very hard to do when you have that structure. Thank you. And also, for a choke, some of you did this, do it again, and actually you pulled it off. As soon as they slowly go for a choke, take this away. There's a split time when there's no underhook. And what happens is they roll out. So I do that a lot. I lift the chin, so they go for a choke, and as soon as the hook is not in, you can roll out. Pretty much you can time it. So as an attacker, you figure out pretty soon that the hook is more important than the choke. Okay? So you have to control that rotation of that shoulder, then you can go. If you see shoulder is a bit away, and then you go for a choke, go. go for a choke, they're already gone. So as an attacker, you already know the cues of the body. I see this, I'm not going for a choke, I'm pulling it back. If I see this, I can go for a choke. So it's also important when you attack. And only defense will allow you to have those options, because you have to adapt. Otherwise, how do you teach this? So defense will, show you this, and then you adapt to this. That's why it always has to be one, kind of like, how do you attack like bad defense and then you think you're good? Kind of dangerous, okay? So anyway, so that's the class. So I'm trying to get my head around this ecological constraint-led approach. It's not easy, so I'm trying to do better and better. And then if you're interested to talk about it, I'm always available. That's one of my studies. We did an eco camp just last weekend in Italy, yeah? And so that's the interesting part. Don't go with the hype, understand what it is. Don't think somebody is an asshole, just see the message, and it's really interesting. And some people kind of behaving like cultish a little bit, so understand the message, because there's science and not people. Yeah, there's 40 years of science that you just can't go like, People act weirdly sometimes about it. So read the books, read the stuff, so there's no one person. You can actually really study it. And it's really, really interesting. But don't think of that like, don't replace your God, okay? You had something else, and then it's that. So, that's it. So thank you for your time, and then it's open mat.